Hey there, food fans. Welcome back to the Food for Thoughtcast with me, your host, Melissa Reagan, and my co-host with the mostest, Chef Steven Gonzalez. What's up, Steve?
I am still cleaning off my computer screen because I got more stuff on there than I thought.
Steve brought all the dust back with him from Terlingua. Is that right?
Alpine.
Alpine.
And then, of course, I
Somewhere.
open up an energy drink and it just sprays all over my screen. Fortunately, it did get my keyboard too. Whoops. Should probably pay a little bit more attention.
That's okay.
That's a random way to start
like
a podcast,
Steve thought we were recording and he was trying to open his Alani for like maximum dramatic effect, and I didn't have the microphone on. He was like, "Cha!" and then he sprayed his computer like he was christening a yacht. Steve, what you drinking?
We're having an Alani Nu, a little baby one.
It's a baby. I asked him if it was a small size or a baby made it because I needed to know.
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. I'm drinking a Diet Pepsi. I told Steve I was going to go get a Diet Coke. I don't have any, though. This is delicious. So it was this or Cheerwine Zero, or like I have 3 more Peach Waterloo sparkling waters, and that just wasn't going to do it. I wanted caffeine and caramel coloring, damn it.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
The way it should be.
The way God intended. Steve, what was the most amazing thing you ate? We'll call it the last 7 days.
So we just got back from Alpine. We went to the Viva Big Band Music Festival.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've never been to Alpine, it's a really cool little town. A lot of art. And then 20 miles away is like Marfa. And there's even more art. Very artsy-fartsy, which is cool.
Super artsy.
But we went to this place called the Riata. I want to say they have one in Dallas-Fort Worth area too. And let's see, what do we have? We had some calf fries.
Yum.
Let's see, I don't even remember. Oh, Ursula my wife had some like crab stuffed jalapeno poppers, which were out of this world with a little bit of some cheesy grits.
I think they have one in Fort Worth, but I'll forgive you.
Yeah, it's Fort Worth. Dallas Fort Worth. I mean,
it sounds delicious. Is that where you sent me the picture of the cocktail that you had?
I think that one was from some Mexican restaurant in Odessa that we went to on the way. I think it's called Maria's.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
That was the start of the entire weekend.
Nice.
And it just, it was a good time. We had a really good time. We saw Bob Schneider. And if you're unfamiliar with his music, it's very good. It's like frat rock music with like a little bit of everything. So I like it.
I saw that you got to meet him, which was really cool. I've seen him a couple times. So
yeah,
fun
show. Fun show.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you had a good birthday?
I did. We stayed at a bed and breakfast in Alpine, and it's called the Alpine Bed and Breakfast. I know, right? Such a name. No, but I mean, like the building was beautiful. The people that ran it were awesome. They took really good care of us. And you know me, I love old homes. So that house was built in 1890, and of course, clearly updated for modern times. But it was just a really good time. But enough about me. Tell me what's the amazing thing you ate.
It's going to be a tie. So I made pizza this week. I'm going to call it it was like a pantry expedition. I don't remember how I got to the idea of pizza. I guess I wanted pizza. I didn't have flour, but I had whole wheat flour. I didn't have any olive oil for the dough, so I used bacon grease. I am in between grocery trips and was just like, nope, going to be super disciplined. Not going to go to the store for a craving. There's other things to eat in the house. But I had some beautiful tomatoes and peppers for my friend's garden that she had brought over to me right after I got back from my trip. And I didn't have any dairy to make white sauce, and I didn't have any marinara, so I searched for the next dairy that I had, which was a little French onion dip. I had some cheddar in the fridge, and I put peppers and bacon on the pizza, and it was phenomenal. It was so good. And it made such a huge, it was almost a half sheet pan's worth. So I had like 9 little squares in the freezer too. So it's a tie between this pizza and some crunchy tacos I made a couple of nights ago. I think I mentioned to you that I was going to do black bean and sweet potato tacos at some point. The last time we talked, I took them a little step further. I smashed all of that up and refried it in bacon grease. And then I put them in the little tacos or the little taco shells that I had and crisped in the air fryer. And I made chipotle crema to go with them.
Very nice.
So it was like the pizza was good. It was really good for what it was, but the tacos, I think the tacos might have edged it out just a wee bit.
Sweet.
I had a couple of amazing things. Despite having worked all week, that was pretty much it. I didn't eat out. I got Chick-fil-A one day.
Well,
I say that like we're in a confessional. You know what? I just wanted some Chick-fil-A. There's nothing wrong with that.
there's nothing wrong with the Lord's chicken.
That's the blessed Jesus chicken.
Right?
Yep. There was just one day this week where I didn't have any Pop-Tarts. I didn't have any yogurt. I had no cereal left. I was like, all I have to do is make it to next Friday, but I just want something breakfasty. Alas, it was too late for that. I didn't have to be at work until 3. So what did I do? I DoorDashed the Chick-fil-A right to the porch and grabbed it as soon as I got out of the shower and ate it in the car on the way to work. Car lunch. The way it should be. America. But yeah. America. Now you kind of got me wondering where I can get calf fries around here. I don't even know if that's a thing anywhere close to the Carolinas, to be honest. Actually,
It's gotta be.
but there's not cattle. Like they don't. It's not. It ain't Texas.
You don't have any butcher shops?
Oh, I'm not making them myself.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know if they know better than to like throw them out. Either. You know what I mean? Everything's seafood here.
Oh, that's so awful. Oh no, fresh seafood.
Oh no. I even Googled it, like calf fries near me, and it's like, meh. I think Google's like, I don't know.
Even Google's like, you'll have to travel back to Texas.
For real. Truly.
Well, yeah. So we this weekend was a lot of fun.
Mhm.
It was my birthday weekend, big
Yes.
39. Finally 1 year older. And
Just a
I
baby.
feel it in my joints and my bones and my energy every waking second.
Mm.
No, just kidding. But I do need to start getting back into like good habits because I took like 2 weeks off from being healthy and eating clean and all that. So it's catching up to you, you know? It catches up to you.
Sometimes.
Yeah. But again, this weekend was a lot of fun. Had a lot of food, ate quite a bit, and had a couple of cocktails. And yeah, like there was no complaints. The bed and breakfast that we stayed at, like they were very accommodating. So my wife had it set up to where when we got there, there was wine waiting for us, along with a salmon dip.
Fun.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's really good. Smoked salmon, some cream cheese, and probably some mayo, and a lot of dill. You know, my favorite. And
Your
I'm not gonna
favorite?
lie, it was really good.
She did that on purpose in honor of your birthday. She's like, put Steve's least liked herb in this tip.
Steven's got to put his big boy pants on and start eating dill like a man.
Hey.
So yeah, I mean, and it was really good. Like it came with potato chips more than like crackers, so it was different. But like I've had dips, you know, clearly we've all had dips with potato chips and all that. But
Sure.
like I don't know, it was like I've never had a salmon dip with just like straight up potato chips. It's always been like tortilla chips or like crackers or something, you know.
Yeah, usually if I find myself in a situation where there's seafood dip, it's like pita. Like pita chips
Yeah.
or flatbread or like crostinis.
Yeah,
Potato chips sounds really good though, actually.
yeah, it was good. No complaints from me. I think what would have made it pop a little bit more is if they would have been like salt and vinegar.
Hell yeah, I would mess with that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I have to give you an update. The AI has been thinking really hard. And it says, and I quote, calf fries, also known as Rocky Mountain oysters, are a dish made from fried bull testicles. You don't say. While they are a delicacy, finding them near Wake Forest, North Carolina might be challenging as they're more common in the Western U.S. So even ChatGPT, AI, and Google were like, I don't know.
You broke
Texas,
AI.
okay, broke the Google. Texas it is. What about the and breakfast part? Did you get to have
So-
breakfast at the bed and breakfast?
So the very first night we got there, we had some fun. We went to a couple different venues with live music. We had frosés and
Ooh.
what else did we have? Ranch waters and stuff like that. And it helped us go to bed pretty good, feeling really good. So we woke up in the morning. we had And so the hosts left a sheet in our room to check off whatever we wanted, and we both chose frittatas. So it was like a chorizo
Cute.
frittata with like fresh tomatoes baked in and all that fun stuff,
Mm.
and it was really really good. And what else do we have? We had some lemon, like a lemon loaf bread slice, fresh yogurt and berries, and then
Dang.
of course lots and lots of coffee. So you know, we woke up. So sleeping in for us is probably like 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock. I think I was up about 8:30. My wife didn't get up till like 9:30, and it was a very good time. So yeah, like I woke up, I was still kind of like in my pajamas, and so you know, when it comes to sleeping in pajamas for me, I usually just have like a pair of shorts on, So I had to put a shirt on, put socks on,
You had to
my
get
sand-
decent for company.
Yeah, I had to get decent for like complete strangers. And I took everything to my room, and of course, it's just like I I can't explain it. I just wanted to be like by myself. I didn't want to
Yes.
talk to anyone. I wanted to be like in my bubble. You know what
You
I'm saying?
do not need to explain that, sir. By the way, I would hate to vacation with you guys because I got out of bed at 1 today.
The thing, like I'm always a very social person, and like I still said good morning to everyone and all that.
But you gotta recharge your battery. I've worried about a bed and breakfast for that reason. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, deep down, you just wanted, like, I just wanted to like be or just me and my wife, and those conversations that you have where you don't have to say anything, and there's like a complete conversation. It's just like all like head nods and scratches. Yeah, exactly. And so it took us a while to get up and get going, and we finally started going around the city of Alpine. We went to Marfa.
Was that your first time there, Steve?
I've been to Marfa a couple of times.
It's fun.
It is. It's very artsy. There's it's insane because like even though these two towns are 20 miles apart, it's like night and day when it comes to their political views. It's insane.
Well, yeah.
But that's besides the point. And we went walking around downtown Marfa. We had some lunch there. We ate at the St. George something hotel. Just had like a nice little Cuban sandwich and a turkey BLT.
Nice.
Which was really good. And then what else did we do? We just shopped around, found a liquor store and picked up some. There was a guy from a tequila distillery out of Austin, and they make some really good tequila. Tried that, bought a bottle, bought some gifts for friends.
Nice.
It's not all about alcohol with us, I promise. But we like to share the gift of alcohol with all of our friends. And we went back to Alpine. But on the way back, we saw like this strangest thing. So because it's very artsy, there was an old Firebird that had this exhaust system that was just weirdly out of this world.
Is that the thing that you posted a picture of?
Yep.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. And so we saw it like 2 different times there in Marfa. And I wanted to go get some more pictures of it like up close and like talk to the person and see what the heck they were thinking when they put that on. But it was just the strangest thing ever. These pipes just stuck out like, it seemed like 6 feet in the air,
So for anybody that doesn't follow Steve on socials, first of all, what are you doing with your life? And secondly, he posted a picture of this and it had like 4, what kind of like exhaust pipes these are?
Yeah.
I know nothing about cars.
Mufflers,
So I was like, yeah, it had 4 pipes on it that looked like the car looked like the letter W from behind it. It looked like the car could go scuba diving with these things. It was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were taller than the car. It's crazy.
Why someone would do that, I'll never know. But that's a one of a kind.
Mm.
Yeah. And then we went back to Alpine. had the riata, had some cocktails. I'm about to send some of my books to one of the bookstores, so
Oh,
that was
fun.
yeah. So they were
That's
happy to
super exciting.
carry
Always
my
be
book.
closing, Stephen.
I know. I thought about it too, and I just happen to have a book on me, so yeah.
Nice.
But now I got to go send them and send an invoice too.
So is your luggage not themed to your cookbook? It doesn't, not like it's not like wrapped in the front picture of your cookbook. Like your suitcase doesn't look like you get your girl on.
That would be pretty cool.
That'd be
I've
dope.
never thought of doing that. But I'm gonna have to. What am I doing with my life?
And just for hotels, they can sell your books in their gift shops.
Yeah,
Every hotel you've been to.
that's very true. But now I have to actually come up with like an invoice template and all that stuff. So I have to put my business pants on along with my big boy pants. So, yeah.
It sounds like you wore a lot of pants this weekend.
No, I wore shorts pretty much everywhere.
Pants, shorts. Pick your poison.
Yeah, I was in bare bottom. That's all that matters. You get in trouble for stuff like that.
It's your birthday, man.
Yeah, but there's some things that, because it's my birthday, you can't get me out of trouble. That's one of them.
So right before we started recording, Steve was like, I'm feeling sleepy. I'm going to go get an energy drink. I hope you don't mind me sharing that with everybody. The reason I'm sharing that is because, like I just told everybody, I didn't get out of bed until 1, have not done a damn thing all day. But as soon as we sit down to record this podcast, I get the yawns without fail. Without fail. It's not because you're boring. I promise.
It's called adulting.
Bro, sit down for too long, then you need a nap from sitting down.
I still have a lot of chores to do this afternoon.
I have about 50 things to do. I'm not doing a single one. This was, okay, we'll call it 49. This was one of the 50 things. That's it. So,
yeah.
Priorities, homie.
Yeah.
I'm really excited that you get to share your cookbook with this store, though.
Yes, me too. So I need to send it to them. But if you ever are in Alpine, Front Street Books, super awesome place. The owner, Kendra, is super cool. So shout out to them.
Shout out to Kendra. Nice. Yeah. I love it.
But yeah, back to the bed and breakfast. Like, we were only there, like we're there long enough just to sleep and eat. And again, hospitality was out of this world. Met a couple people from Georgetown or George West, I want to say, and then somewhere north of like right by the Texas-Oklahoma border. And,
sure.
Yeah, and
like Sherman,
something like that. But
yeah,
like all the food that was there was out of this world. Like the second day or the day that we left yesterday, we had French toast that was like stuffed with bananas and strawberries and chocolate and all that. And I mean, it was just so good. So unhealthy for you, but you know what? Like you don't really care about that kind of stuff because you're on vacation. Well, quote unquote vacation, And then my wife had like some more yogurt, and it was weird because it was just really thick. It's almost like, I think she said it was homemade, but I've never made homemade.
That makes sense. Well, so homemade yogurt turns out kind of like the French or American kind. But what you can do to make it more like Greek yogurt is you can put it in a coffee filter for like a couple of days and like what they call like triple strain it. So it lets all the additional whey drip out of it, and then it makes like really, really thick. So
yeah. I'll have to try that one day.
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah, it was good.
That's exciting.
Yeah. But if you ever had your own bed and breakfast, what would you do?
Man, so if I had my own bed and breakfast, one thing I would do is I would not offer eggs to order because it's my least favorite thing to do. Real talk. Like, so I think it would have to be in some charming little town, and it would probably be maybe a maximum of like 8 rooms at the most. So we talking like maybe 32 people at the most if you were like double occupancy in all the rooms, like 4 folks to a room, or I guess 16, right? So like 2 people to a room. What I would do is I would offer the option to have your breakfast in your room if you're like an introvert and didn't want to sit at a big table. And then some people are into that. But I would definitely have like a coffee cake of the week. I would probably a frittata or a Spanish tortilla of the week, or a quiche.
Yeah.
And then I would like want to do themed weekends. Well, we can get past the breakfast part in a minute, but I would go all out for some themed weekends. Could be like a Hallmark Christmas weekend, and then all the breakfast could be like Christmas goodies and stuff like that.
In the most random time of the year, September.
Yeah, or like Christmas in July, or like one weekend would be all Greek food, and the next weekend would be like a weekend in Nantucket, but the bed and breakfast would be somewhere really weird, like New Mexico. But I love a theme, and I think people would come. So
I think you're right.
people like themes too. But yeah,
Yeah.
my only exposure, huh?
I would just have random ass themes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know. The sky's the limit. You could probably figure out whatever you'd want to. Not gonna lie, my only exposure to a chef at a bed and breakfast is Suki from the Gilmore Girls. So I don't have any idea of how an actual bed and breakfast operates, but I'm sure I'd find out if I bought one.
Sure, like clearly, I don't imagine it would be very hard to do. Like you just gotta, make beds, clean toilets and showers and whatnot, and wash sheets. But like keep your kitchen clean, because like the people that stay there are typically I would imagine they would be respectful enough to like clean up after themselves for the most part.
Sure.
Like I know I did.
The hotel side, I would get somebody to manage that. The hotel side is insane. You've got to have all sorts of different types of insurance. You have to have all sorts of written policies about what to do if somebody accidentally dies or anything like that. I mean, there's all sort of like crazy amount of rules and things that you have to have nailed down. But the kitchen side and maybe working the front desk, I could do that.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, every week I would have a seasonal flavor of coffee cake or breakfast. We'll call it pastry, and I would want to use local stuff. I would want to live somewhere where I could forage for things, like right outside.
I could see that.
Herbs, nettles, fruit.
What was really cool was like the people that owned it, like they had everything spelled out for you, so you couldn't mess anything up. Like for example, the coffee maker, like there was a sign that says "just hit brew," and like you put your cake up in, just hit brew. Like they were like, don't mess with any of the settings. And what does my wife do? She messes with the settings.
Oh God, did she break it?
It's like it's right. It says it right there. Just hit brew. So yeah, but. Like, I mean, it was a very nice place. The people were very nice, but what was more appealing to me was just like the fact that house was built again in 1890.
Yes,
like that's awesome that it's still standing after over a century. So, yeah,
if you take care of something, it can last for a really long time.
That's true.
I think if I had a bed and breakfast, I would do afternoon tea.
You would do what?
Afternoon tea.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I would definitely like to have, afternoon snacks. Because my question would be, like, I know it's a bed and breakfast, but, like, would you also provide dinner?
I would, yeah. Yeah.
I'd probably offer dinner, like, every other night,
I think that breakfast would be included. If somebody out there owns a bed and breakfast, can you like tell us if we're stupid or not? I think breakfast would be included, but I would offer lunch and dinner for a la carte purchase.
But the only thing about that is then you'd be a slave to that building, though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, in theory,
and at least you could have time for yourself throughout the day.
In theory, it's like if you had 16 people and you made the lunch and dinner menus, whatever you were going to eat. And then like you lived on property or there was like a tiny house behind it or whatever. You could just like go on about your day. Maybe you make people order in advance. Like maybe you come up with a menu at the time of booking and then they order in advance and you know whether or not they're going to take advantage of it.
That's true. That's a good call.
Maybe there's a cutoff,
Or an upcharge for lunch.
Or an upcharge.
Yeah.
I have to walk the 6 feet from my private residence to the back door of this amazing 19th century building and make your ass dinner, then you better tell us ahead of time what you want.
Yeah. No
I'm
kidding.
just saying. This Diet Pepsi got me feisty, Steven. There will be all sorts of upcharges and late fees.
Yeah. Where would you want to have like your ideal, if you had a bed and breakfast, where would you put it? Or where would you open it?
Somewhere in the woods. So I think like I don't know about snow. Like, see, I don't know if I want a place where it snows.
Yeah.
You get like property upkeep and all that business. Definitely somewhere temperate, like almost here somewhere where there's a little bit of all four seasons.
Gotcha.
I think it's easier to make seasonal menus when you get all four seasons, no? Right?
I could see that. Yeah.
Seemingly.
I do like the idea of putting it in like a tiny little town. It's in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like having a super old building. Like that's just kind of cool. And then, you have like all the modern amenities, Bluetooth, streaming, have a hot tub, things like
Would
that.
you do a different breakfast menu during the week than you did on the weekend?
I would probably change it up like every other day and keep it like consistent. So like for example, like every week, like Monday through Wednesday, there'd be like frittatas, and then like Thursday through Sunday, you'd have your option of like pancakes or like eggs Benny or something, Nothing too crazy, but like just keep it consistent to where like you could do it like really badass every time,
So if there's like one central dining room where you are serving all your guests if they choose to eat like in the communal dining room, do you always have like, I hate this word, but I kind of love it at the same time. Do you always have hand fruit out and available, like apples, bananas, oranges? Do you have snacks on a rotation, or they get breakfast and that's it? They can buy something else.
They could. Well, I mean, I would probably provide some fruit and stuff like
Remember,
that.
like
That would be
nuts,
nice,
muffins, chips. I don't know. How far do you go?
right?
How much do you charge? You know what I mean?
I'll just look at like what we paid. I don't even know. I don't. It was more of a surprise, so I don't even know what we paid. My wife didn't show me the bill.
That's so romantic, though.
She's so nice. She's a sweet girl.
She's a keeper.
Yeah, I've grown rather fond of her. What can I say?
All right. So 3 favorite quiches. Go.
I would say a mushroom and goat cheese quiche.
Mm-hmm.
I would also say a let me see, spinach and bacon. And then if I had to pick a third one, man, I'd probably do like chorizo and avocado.
I love chorizo and eggs, man. So good.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So do you prefer quiche to frittata?
I mean, to me, they're all delicious, so I'd eat them all. Yeah. I like frittatas just a little bit more, but quiches are always really good too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I tend to go toward a more savory quiche that kind of can be with like a side salad as a lunch. So,
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, like you're like buffalo chicken, blue cheese, and asparagus side salad. It's like real whimsical things. Quiche is one of the few times that I will eat sun-dried tomato. I think it goes really well in there. Crab quiche, legit, so good.
That'd be good. Yeah, I'd be about that.
Yeah, if you only have a few people to cook for, see, I don't know if my dining room is open to the outside. You know what I mean? If it's only your guests, I don't know if we're open to the public. If it's only guests,
it should only be guests. Because then, I mean, by that point, then you're starting to have like a restaurant feel,
Yeah,
and that's when you start coming across more people who are like, who say, "No, I don't want this," and I want.
Are these paper towels gluten free?
Yeah. Oh, I believe that.
All right. So, what else would you have for breakfast? I would have French toast casserole. So it'd basically be like bread pudding that I could just switch up the fillings.
That'd be pretty good. Yeah, like I said, I'd be about like, some muffins, maybe some pancakes, things like that, and offer like, would you like blueberry pancakes, chocolate chip pancakes? Keep it simple on yourself, And then, it would be like some sort of syrup, like specialty syrup that was made, like aged in a bourbon barrel or something fun like that.
Like you went and tapped a birch tree, or like you have your neighbors gave you maple.
That'd be cool. This particular bed and breakfast, all their own jellies and stuff.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing.
Had one. It was like a Cabernet jelly.
Was it blackberry?
No, it was just like a Cabernet whiskey barrel aged Cabernet jelly or something like that.
God, that sounds
And
good.
it was funny because I was telling my wife, look, they've got this really awesome sounding jelly. And my wife said, oh, that's because it's charcuterie. It's paired, it's wine. I go, no, it's a jelly that they're selling. And she was saying, no, it says right there for charcuterie. I said, no, it's good for charcuterie. And it's an actual jelly. So when she saw it, she had to buy it.
I love it. Say hi.
Oh my God, this is a stinky little dog.
Look at this little baby boy.
Just got a bath and he's already smelly.
Goodness.
So
It's a good boy.
he hasn't seen
Oh,
us
that's
in like
good
3
boy.
days, so he's feeling pretty clingy.
He's clingy. That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
That or he's wishing me a happy birthday, one of the two.
He said, "Happy birthday, Steve." So they basically took wine and made jam out of it.
Yeah.
Essentially, they put like pectin in it or gelatin.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah. I think it would be pretty good at home, right? Or pretty easy at home if you took a wine of your choice and mixed it with chia seeds and made refrigerator jam.
Yeah.
With pureed fruit. It sounds really good. One year I made blackberry merlot jam. It was pretty dang good. It was delicious. It was delicious.
Like it. What would you
It
call
was.
your
It
bed and
was.
breakfast?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Haven't gotten that far. I'm always the food first.
The foodie bed and breakfast.
Ugh. If I saw that right now, I'd be like, no, off the list.
Food
Like,
for
we're not-
bed and breakfast.
Like we're not staying there.
I don't know.
These bed and breakfast and such
Yeah.
and stuff
And stuff.
and stuffs. Okay.
Yeah.
Is lunch an option or no?
For an upcharge, it could be.
Is it grab and go or sit?
Ooh. It depends. I would leave option up to the guests. Totally, like you can get like a panini to go, or you can sit down and eat, but it'll be something a little bit more substantial. Although I don't know, paninis are pretty substantial in my opinion.
It's called a pastivi, sir.
Oh yeah, a pastivi.
Does your food the sandwich shop is it a food truck that pulls up outside for weekends?
Oh man, but only if there was like music going on.
You're building an empire. It's an enterprise, Steve. You got to
That's
think big.
We'll have a stage for music, and then we'll sell nothing but drinks, beers and waters.
Nice.
That would be pretty cool, though. I'd imagine a venue would be pretty hard to keep.
Beers and waters sounds like the worst name for a bar ever.
Is it though?
Where are you guys going to see the show tonight? Beers and waters. What?
That would be a very unique name.
So my place would have picnic lunch that you could sign up for beforehand.
Take it to go.
Like specifically curated. I would ask some questions, right? And be like, where are you going? What are you doing? What do you like? What's your favorite? Blah, blah, blah. I would absolutely enjoy having like full creative control, but it's only for 16 human beings. You know what I mean?
At one time.
You feel like food god. You're in control of all the decisions.
My question to you would be, would it be a 7-day a week establishment, or would you not take reservations like in the middle of the week so you have like a day off?
No, I think unfortunately the nature of this business is like you've got to live there. Like that's what you do. I don't feel like I could close it. I don't know.
See, I would be like, I wouldn't mind working, but like every other week I'd at least like shut down in the middle of the week. So that way there's like some downtime for me, you know?
Yeah. So you're like, I don't take reservations on Tuesdays or Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Essentially. I mean, it's a good chance to like flip over the property and then restock, I suppose. I would want to have like a giant sourdough starter, and I would want to have like a giant levain sponge so that we could have like focaccia and sourdough and like all the breads made on the premise. You know, so it needs some time to take care of that, and I would definitely maybe want some goats or chickens, like homemade goat cheese, local fruit preserves, eggs. I would do that.
So it'd be like more than just a bed and breakfast?
Yeah, well, I feel like you have to offer something. What if somebody comes for the weekend and it rains the entire weekend and they can't do what they were going to do? Or what if your bed and breakfast is in like an area where there isn't anything to do and it's boring as hell? I think you have to have some things to offer, right?
Yeah.
Whether that's like spaghetti western movie night and you have like Italian food and half bottles of wine at a discount, or if you have like, the cooking classes and everybody takes home their own blah blah blah. See, I should have been a cruise director. That's the problem. I got all the activities in the old noggin here.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
got 2 bottles of wine throughout the course of our stay. And the first bottle of wine was the longest bottle of wine I've ever had to drink because it lasted like 3 days. Like we opened it the first night.
Did you not know how to drink it, or?
Well, let's just say by that point,
Did you get confused?
I was very tired.
Yeah.
And then the second night, I started drinking a little bit more of it, but then I got really tired.
Mm.
I think that's code for like I was ready to go to sleep because I had too much. And then yesterday when we got home is when we finally killed it. It was a very delicious wine, but like I said, I've never once in my life had a bottle of wine last us 3 days.
What was it?
It was a Cabernet. Ooh, man, I don't even remember the name of it. It was just dry red. That's all I know.
Yeah.
I was in that mode of like, we're good.
Cabernet is like a fruit scented chunk of asphalt.
But it's good though.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It just is. Not all of them are easy. Not all of them are easy drinking. Okay, well, I have to ask you this: would you do wine dinners and beer dinners? Would you do pairings?
I would offer it, yeah.
For a fee, or it's something you would do all the time? Like every third Friday, we have this.
If I was to do something like that, I would cap it off at like 20.
Yeah.
20 people. Yeah, because then that's a bunch of extra work that you got to do,
So it's interesting, right? You start to think about like, okay, if all the bedrooms weren't booked, then you open it up to people. This makes the assumption that we're in a small town somewhere, but then you open it up to people outside the restaurant and it drives demand because everybody goes like, oh, you can never get a table there. It's like, I'm on a list. And then it hypes it up,
So. Be just a small town girl living in a lonely world. Someone took the midnight train, going anywhere.
Anywhere except for the small town where the bed and breakfast is. It sounds like it's starting to sound.
Put his foot down and said, "I'm not doing more work than I have to."
Starting to sound like the movie Footloose. Like, don't tell me you didn't memorize the bus schedules.
I can't say that.
Anyway,
I can't say Footloose. I always sound like I'm saying footloose. I can't say it.
Food loose. It's food related. Food loose. Footloose.
Footloose. See, I have to slow it down. I can't say it fast. Footloose.
All right, so we got wildly off topic. Sorry, somebody started quoting Journey, and then I quoted Footloose. So, what is your ultimate? No restrictions. You own the place. Friday night dinner menu.
Oh, that's simple. Well, I would solicit ideas from the guests.
Oh, that sounds like a terrible idea. Sorry,
well, it would be like, okay, we got 3 choices. Majority wins. We can have a steak night. We can have a barbecue night. We can have, it depends on the time of year too. A braised night. We can have soup night. It all just depends.
So what if somebody's coming and it's barbecue themed and they don't want barbecue? Is there something else for them to order?
There would be very
stuff available all the time.
No, if it was barbecue and they didn't want barbecue, I'd say, well, if you go down the street, there's probably somewhere else that'll accommodate you. Yeah.
But if they're staying there, what if they're staying? You're mean.
Well, it's a bed and breakfast, not a bed and breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Okay.
I don't know. I would imagine. I don't know.
Maybe
give options.
What brings you here tonight? The guy down the street said he wouldn't feed us, even though we paid to stay there.
I would give options. It would if it was a barbecue night, and let's just say they were a vegan, and they let me know well in advance. I would smoke up some badass like portobellos and marinate them and all sorts
Yum.
of good stuff. And like it wouldn't be just like broccoli and asparagus, but like we would make something good out of it.
Had you stayed in a bed and breakfast before this?
I did once in California. We went to Buena Vista. No, not Buena Vista. Rustridge Winery, and they have a bed and
Nice.
breakfast. And that place was super awesome. And the guy that owned it also used to do cartoons. He used to draw cartoons for Hanna-Barbera. So that was pretty interesting.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've never stayed in one. Often
And they
dreamed
also
about
make
it.
really good wine too. Shout out to Rustridge.
I've often dreamed of staying in one, but at the end of the day, I'm never in a room long enough to justify the cost. So a hotel room is always just somewhere to sleep and put my stuff. So
I agree.
it would have to be the entire experience. And I think it would have to be pretty exciting for me to be like, yes, let me go to this bed and breakfast and eat with strangers, because otherwise it sounds like a punishment. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, a lot of people that go there, like they're seeking it out. So,
Mm.
we ended up having breakfast with like everyone yesterday morning before we left, and everyone was very, very nice. And of course, I was wearing my Ozzy Osbourne shirt, R.I.P. Ozzy, and everyone just started talking to us. You know what I'm saying? Like it was
Yeah.
amazing, like how everyone was able to talk about music. And then right a few blocks away, there was an art studio. And on the outside, one of the artists had painted like this big old awesome mural of Ozzy.
I
And
saw that.
it was in the corner of a building. So the weird part, or not the weird part, but the cool part was he said, this is the optimal spot to stand. And he had it marked off to take a picture of it. So that way it all just looks like it pops out.
Oh,
And it was really cool. And then he had like one of Salvador Dali, and then he had Van Gogh. And on the other side, he had like other people. I don't remember who.
that's
But
cool.
yeah, it was really, really awesome. That guy was very, very talented. His name was Monty Welch.
Like food and music bringing people together.
Right.
Did
So it was a lot of fun.
you have the option to eat lunch or dinner there?
I don't. Monty Welt was his name, not Welch.
Monty Welt.
Anyways, no, but they offered like snacks and stuff like that. My wife even got it set up to where they picked up a small little birthday cake for me.
Oh,
And that cake was super awesome. It was like a coffee buttercream frosting.
that sounds right up your alley, man.
And it was chocolate. And yeah, it was really, really good. We still it was a tiny little cake, and we still have half of it left over.
One of the things that would make me really excited about owning a bed and breakfast would be being able to cater to my guests in really unique ways. Like as a single folk, I feel like a lot of things are oriented to couples, and there isn't a lot of things for singles. And so I think it would be really, really cool to offer like room service or breakfast in bed or things like that to maybe somebody that doesn't want to eat with the group. And then likewise, the other side of the coin, right? Little birthday cakes, little anniversary cakes, like helping facilitate proposals. I love doing all those like special little things, especially when there's food involved. I love that stuff. I love that. It feels so special to be able to take care of somebody in that way, you know?
Yeah, I agree. And again, it's one of those things where like it's such a niche market. Is it niche or niche?
Niche.
Yeah, I know. I'll be educated one day. Like I said, like the people are seeking you out, and a lot of the times, the people that are coming to see you, like they're very respectful of like your property and your establishment, so they help out. It's
yeah, you
not
hope so, for sure.
It's not like it's a need; it's a want, and so like I would imagine that a lot of those people would also make that stay a little bit more enjoyable because of course they're happy to be there. You set them up with a good experience. Like it's just good all around, good vibes.
For sure. It's a totally different than owning a restaurant and totally different than just having a hotel. I think there's something like extremely alluring about the idea.
Yeah.
I found one near me for sale for only $499,000. Like, or like can't quit my job over it, but fun to dream about.
Person can dream.
So I can dream. Steve, what are you cooking this week? Now that you're back home.
I gotta get back on eating healthy, so I don't know. Back to meal prep. Some brown rice, some chicken, some tuna, vegetables, the good stuff. I think it's more about like moderation more than anything else. So like even if I was to have like steaks or whatever I have in my fridge, like I just have to watch how much I eat portion wise. What about you?
So this week I have a little bit of the sweet potato black bean refried mixture that I made. I'm just going to do the rest of it on chips because I'm out of tortillas. And I'm going to make those sushi bites in the air fryer. So all that stuff's on my grocery list. I've got like salmon and nori, Kewpie mayo. The rest of the things I had in the house, I've got rice, wasabi, soy. So pickled ginger. So that'll be really good. And then I'm thinking that I'm going to make pizza again. I found a recipe that I'm really excited about. It makes 8 personal pizzas all on 1/2 sheet pan so that you could meal prep them. So I might get some pepperonis because that's what I've been in the mood for. And I'm going to make a pineapple upside down cake, but as a meal prep. So you use like cake mix and protein shake and like no sugar added pineapple. And then you do like a little sugar on the bottom and let it caramelize. But yeah, they're like individual portions. So I'm super excited about it.
Sweet.
So and you whip, I know this is going to sound so cliche, but you whip the protein shake and a tub of pureed cottage cheese into the 0 sugar cake mix. And it's like a high protein, low sugar dessert. So yeah. You could just as easily do with regular everything. But I just find that if I trade out one thing for the other and make something just a bit more healthier for me, that I can eat more portions of it. So no shade to anybody else. I'm not here to tell anybody how to count, how to eat, whatever it is you do.
Right.
So live your best life. And I'm going to put whipped cream on it. It's going to be amazing. So yeah. Awesome. So cake, pizza, and sushi bites so far.
Sweet.
So
sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it'll be really good. Well, thanks, Steve. I want to hear someday about how Steve's sandwich shop purchases a bed and breakfast. I'm just saying.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Look, this one I'm looking at has 5 guest rooms. I'm just saying.
North Carolina?
It's in North Carolina. Like, I don't know. Anything could happen. Let me dig into my savings account. Oh yeah, 10 cents. All right. Well, I'll keep on dreaming.
Well, you're a millionth % owner.
Yeah. Yeah. All I have to do is just get a few more pennies and dimes and maybe I can make it. Right. All right, Steve, I'll see you later.
Bye.
All right, bye.